Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Will, your host of the SHIB Worldwide TV Live Broadcasting Network. Tonight, we're talking about AI, cryptocurrencies, simulations that are happening, that are going on. And they are exponentially climbing every single day, about 4 to 5 times. So what we have is a massive climb. So over 20,000 new simulations taking place as of today. So that is fantastic. We started off with 2,200. Now, yesterday was 4,400. Now it's over 20,000 new simulations happening every single day, which is fantastic. It's absolutely amazing that that's continuing. And thanks everybody for coming in and taking part in tonight's conversation. This is your SHIB Worldwide update to give you the latest and greatest in news that's coming out for educational purposes only. We do tell you a little bit about SHIB. This is the SHIB TV broadcasting, so we're going to give you some breakdown into some fundamentals. Now, I've done some research for you so that you didn't have to do it in simulations. So, most people already know that I've been doing these simulations correspondingly and theologically. We'll get it right one of these times. 6 hours ago, we burned 16,207,093 SHIB. 17 hours ago was 96,420. And then yesterday we had some massive burns, roughly around 19 million SHIB removed from circulation supply. So congratulations to everybody that's holding SHIB. Those burns actually account for your value that's being added daily for all those burns. Now we're going to talk about cryptocurrencies. There's 18,817 cryptocurrencies according to according to, where was it? CoinGecko. So if anyone goes to CoinGecko announced, hey, Tumo, 39, boo, haha, that's that hair. You like the hair? Tumo, 39. Massive love show to you, by the way. And thanks for coming to the channel. Hopefully you've subscribed and liked and commented. Yeah, we're talking about simulations. So I did a simulation for everybody so they could keep track of what's going on. Stop dyeing it. Just let it grow naturally. It'll come out white. Looks so fake. I get this a lot. I have a lot of hair. A lot of people think it's a wig. It's not. Stum! Her fan. Stomach her fan. 678. Massive love show to you. How you doing? Naturally, it'd be white. Just so you know. You can see on the top there, it's looking white. That's what it looks like once it grows out. You get to show my age, which some people like, some people don't. I'm not particularly fond of it. We have right now 1,552,743 wallet holders, just so everybody's aware of that. And if we go to Crypto.eye has frozen last 3 days. It's completely stagnant at 2,889,922 OUNC. Massive love shout out to Ball Caps in the house. Massive love shout out to XDs. Thank you, XDs. Massive shout out to everyone that's coming in. So we have some fantastic news for you. We broke down some simulations for you. So you're going to love this tonight because this is very positive. This is very lucrative too for all those that are in cryptocurrencies, because cryptocurrency, all of them are trying to make money. And of course, anyone know about goodwill? Goodwill taxes. Ball cap, I'm about to share some very exciting news for you. I know that SHIB has gone down, same with every cryptocurrency that's on the marketplace. I'm not sure exactly why it's gone down. There's a whole bunch of speculation going on right now. Most people think that it's the whales. The long-term whales that were holding Bitcoin are selling all their Bitcoin. There's been a big announcement in the last 48 hours that majority of the whales that were holding it for 14 plus years are now selling all their Bitcoin. What does that mean? That's why we're having a downturn. That's possible. It's over 1 trillion removed from what was it? $1 billion worth of cryptocurrency removed from circulation today. I heard BlackRock dumping Bitcoin. Well, and it's rumor. I don't know if it's true or not. Usually BlackRock, when they do it, it's obvious. They go through a lot of Bitcoin really fast, and usually it's around that 114,000 all the way down to 103,000. So I'm pretty sure they'd already gotten out of the marketplace, looking for a bigger downturn, probably around the 72,000, 70,000, 69,000, somewhere around there before they jump back in. But they're not going to jump back in all at once because this is a cycle. And just so that everybody knows, everybody gets out of Bitcoin and moves into other coins. So the the altcoins are next. So Ethereum, and then Ethereum gets the momentum going, the momentum shift, and then it goes ADA, it goes XRP, and it starts off that way. Solana, and they all hit all-time highs, beyond all-time highs of about 2 to 3 times what they were before, just so everybody knows. And then it gets bled into the smaller coins, more riskier plays. And that's usually the way the pattern forms. So just so that people are aware of that. But we're going to get into specifics, SHIB specifics, so that SHIB doesn't have to put up with this shifting and volatility all the time, because SHIB is completely different. And we're going to prove that model. Everybody got their calculators ready? Everybody got their pen and pencils ready? We're going to break down some numbers for you. It's going to be very, very fast and very, very fanatical. So there's 18,817 cryptocurrencies right now actively trading, according to CoinGecko. Now, if all of them were to take $3,000, and you divide $3,000 by 365 days, gives you approximately $8.22, approximately. So just taking the $8, and everybody with their calculator got 365 days, one cryptocurrency, right? There's 18,817. What we're going to do with one. Okay. They're allowed $3,000 in goodwill write-offs every year. That's your $8 that you're going to use every day. So that $8, 60% is going to be held for SHIB. The 40% is going to be used to reduce SHIB. Now, why would they reduce it? Anyone? So you got your calculator ready? Everybody's ready to go? We're going to do some math. It's going to be awesome. You all ready? Excellent. So what did you guys find out? $8 a day, broken down. $4.80 goes towards holding SHIB. $3.20 goes towards reducing SHIB. Now, hold on a second. Before anyone gets antsy, the $3.20 is still held until the 7th day period. So Saturday at midnight, the accumulation of $3.20 times 7, that's what's going to be reduced in SHIB. I'm investing in you. Excellent. I hope you're investing in you. I hope you're investing in you. That's what this is all about. It's probably to educate you, right? So that every cryptocurrency on the planet starts listening to these videos, because it's very important for them. And same thing with the auto sector, airline sector, real estate, lawyers, mortgages. Every single one of them need to pay attention to this very, very carefully. $3,000 is given to them for goodwill. So they can spend $3,000 and get it all back at the end of the year. So there's zero risk to them. Zero. And they get to claim it in multiple countries, depending on how many countries they do business in. So like SHIB is doing businesses in over 100 countries, 140 to be exact. So if SHIB is doing business in 140 countries, and the cryptocurrency that it's sitting in is also doing it, and they want to buy SHIB, they can do that in 140 countries. $3,000 in 140 countries, they can write off. One cryptocurrency. Now you're talking 18,817 of them. Everybody got me? Everybody with me? Yes, you can write it off. It's under the goodwill as a donation. So you're basically breaking it down into an $8 per day investment strategy. But you're taking the $3.20 every 7 days and reducing the circulating supply with it. 40%. You get it? All right. And the $3,000 each country. Each country. They get to write that on each country they do business in. So Binance, how many countries? Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, New Guinea, majority of Africa, Russia, Tanzania, all the European countries, all of them. So what is it, 14, 15? No, it's right, 20 European countries that they get to write that off. That's 20 times 3,000. That's 60,000 just for Binance, right? For BNB, just for BNB. Hello, Jeff. How are you? Odella. So you're investing in me. Excellent. Well, you should be investing in you, right? Everybody should be investing in themselves. And how do you do that? So promote the channel. Tell everybody about us. We want to make sure that all of you become extremely wealthy. Hello, Abby. How are you? You're looking fantastic. No problem, Jeff. Excellent. 4-2. No, I haven't heard of Turtle Coin. I want you to think about this. So Turtle Coin, right now, Pepe, all of them can invest in SHIB. Like little Pepe can invest in SHIB. And little Pepe is in how many different exchanges, right? How many different cryptocurrencies, right? How many different countries are they in? If they were to buy $8 worth of SHIB every single day, at the end of the 7 days, they burned the $3.20 per day accumulated 7 days. So what is that? What does that work out to? Massive love show to the host. When? Massive love show to you, Massive love show to Jeff. It's the same. You don't know where Jeff came from? Well, it says Jeff 655321. Set to blast off. No, that's funny guy. Funny guy. Turtle Coin is real slow. Shank. Nudges. Too funny. Laugh out loud. Nope, I know. Best love shout to the SHIB family. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. We wanted to go over those numbers with you very quickly because I want to show you why that's important. So if you're in, like Binance, BNB is in multiple countries, 20, 30, 40 countries, all with $3,000 behind them that they can invest at zero risk to themselves. And they were taking it upon themselves to start reducing SHIB or purchasing SHIB on a daily basis and then reducing only 40% of whatever it is that they're investing in. And they write the whole thing off as a donation in each country. So if you're in 20 countries, that's $60,000 in write-offs per year. So you think about that, 18,817 different cryptocurrencies worldwide. You're able to write off enormous amounts of SHIB. A little better, Abby. I'm getting better every day, so it's awesome. You like the dinosaur coin? That's funny. To the moon. Or to the soup bowl. Either way, you got lunch. We don't ask you to invest in SHIB. If we were to ask you, we would tell you the disclaimer first. So I don't know your financial situation. I don't know your... I'm not your broker. I'm not your analyst. I can't tell you what to buy. Cryptocurrency is extremely volatile, as you plain well can see. And that we would only ask, if you were to invest in SHIB, please use common sense and take it upon yourself to use it like a lottery ticket. So buy what you would spend on a lottery ticket. If it's $5 a week, $10 a week, you get the point. So you treat it like a lottery ticket. Buy just what a lottery ticket is, and buy it consecutively. That is your choice. It's the same thing with lottery tickets. You only wait for it to go up. With SHIB, you can wait for it to go down so you can acquire even more SHIB if you want. But we're trying to educate you into what the cryptocurrencies should be doing, not what they are doing. But we are seeing a massive run in simulations through AIs. And it's getting exponentially higher and higher. With more and more of these coming forward with people, I'm asking everyone to do the math for themselves. Go into the AIs and ask them, listen, can they write off $3,000 every year? Can cryptocurrencies write that off as goodwill for donations into SHIB? Can they take in $8 and 60% going towards holding SHIB long term, and then 30 and the 40% being reduced in circulating supply? How much money would they accumulate over a period of a year? And everything is done quarterly, so every 3 months there'd be a statement. But I got news for you. Every month, there's roughly around 60 to 70 billion SHIB being burned if they were to take part in this. So that means that in 3 months' time, after those burns, what would it be? 2,900, 2,700, 270 billion SHIB removed from circulation. You would see a 7 to 10x your money, just like that. That means everybody holding SHIB would see that return on their investment. And that would happen every other month because you're burning 60 to 70 billion SHIB just from cryptocurrencies. And it could go higher depending on how many of them are maximizing their return on their investment, because the $3,000 they get to write off, zero risk to them, to each cryptocurrency, zero risk. So that means they're getting paid to make more money. Did everybody get that? Red. Red. You get that? Excellent. Thanks, Jeff, for paying attention. So what does that mean for everyone? It mean what? Exponential gains. 7 to 10x every month on your returning capital. Isn't that awesome? Now, the airlines take advantage of it. Auto industry takes advantage of it. The mortgage industry takes advantage of it. All of a sudden, you have a $50 price that you never thought was possible, and now it's possible because everybody's doing it. And all you have to do is run simulations to prove the model. Once they prove the model, they're making money on money without any risk to themselves. Now, that's not true for the auto sector, and it's not true for the airline sector, but the amount of money on the return is a lot higher than what's happening in cryptocurrencies. But cryptocurrency is taking zero risk. taking advantage of a system that's allowing them to make more money. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody get it? I can break it down for you even further if you like. Historically, suppose that we take. Yes, you would like me to break it down further? Okay. Key hooks, suppose. Yes, according to. Yep. Jeff says yes. No, Shiba Inu. Yes, SHIB. SHIB Digital Currency. We wanted to do this segment to prove that if you run the simulations, you can. It will show you exactly how much money you're missing out on. And not just for you, but for cryptocurrencies that don't understand SHIB at all. And that's why we're here to educate them, so that every single one of them can start making money tomorrow, just doing the simple simulations. Once it proves the model, everyone should be jumping into it from all over the world, because the amount of money we're talking about is astronomical. Like beyond measure. And that's why we didn't want to do predictions, because in 12 months from just cryptocurrency, you're looking at 37 cents return on capital. 37 cents. Now, a lot of people are like, well, we're looking for the 1 cent dream. You're telling just in crypto. Now, if they were to do that 10x, 20x, 30x on every country that they're doing business in, you're looking at $37 SHIB price. It starts to get real really fast. Now you got the airlines. You got Ford. You got GM, Maserati, Aston Martins. You got all the mortgage companies, all the real estate, over 100,000 of them. Oh, was it 10 million? 10 million agents? 100,000 sales a day doing it. All of a sudden, you start to see just explosive SHIB can become with reducing the circulating supply. You're talking 30x to 40x. Yes, the price goes up means that you have less and less burns, but you also have more adoption. More and more companies doing the exact same thing. You have fast food industry. You got retail. You got commercial real estate. You got commercial like Home Depot, Rona, Revy. Revy is Rona, sorry. You got the lumber yards. Booming. Yeah, there you go. That's right, Noah. But that wasn't, that was shib.io. Don't confuse the two. SHIB is on its own. It's completely decentralized. It's just like Bitcoin, with one exception. SHIB is publicly reducing its supply. Means, Noah, anyone from anywhere throughout the entire world can reduce SHIB. That's what makes it so much more powerful than any other cryptocurrency around. Baby Doge, they don't have public burns. They have controlled burns from their ecosystem. XRP, controlled burns. 48% of XRP is owned by who? Ripple. 48%. That does not include the CEO, CFO, board of directors. That's completely separate. All cap. What's so boring? Just Eric. Hello, Just Eric. I own 40%. 40% of Abby. Oh no, don't do that, Abby. Don't let them get to you. There you go, Jeff. Exactly. Supposed to show some respect. Always show respect in the room. Lichen, you've been warned. Okay. Gotta have respect. And thanks for coming. And how are you, Lichen? That's right, Abby. They're just ignorant, and they need to be ignored. I don't know what happened to Mark Anthony. What happened to Mark Anthony? Mark Anthony used to come in here a lot too, and Zier left. I don't know about. There you go. Just Eric. I thought you'd like. According to exploring topics, how many of them take advantage of this goodwill strategy right now? So right now, none. Right? None of the cryptocurrencies have taken advantage of this, which I'm shocked, because if you do the simulations, you find out just how fast you're able to make money. Like literally, it's a no-brainer. In my personal opinion, how come all of them are not purchasing SHIB on a massive scale? But I often said this. I mean, SHIB should never be this low, because it's a no-brainer. If you can reduce the circulating supply from anywhere and everywhere from around the world, it's only a matter of time before people catch on, and businesses catch on, and corporations catch on, because none of them like losing money. And there's a lot of money being lost right now. If you haven't noticed, the EV mandate from around the world, well, in Europe and Canada and the US and Mexico and South America, even though a majority of them don't care. Australia, they've basically said that they don't want the EV mandates anymore. But how much money did those countries spend in EVs? Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars to keep up with the EV race. The problem is now there's no one wants to purchase the EVs. So now they have a problem. They have all these EVs nobody wants. And it costs them billions of dollars. So now they're trying to come up with a solution to fixate themselves so they get out of this mess that they got themselves into. Unfortunately, GM went the other way and decided to make vehicles that break down after 40,000 miles. And then they're trying to push them for another 60 using on their trucks. Anyway, I don't know about their cars, but their trucks, their big V8s, only lasting around 40,000 kilometers. They need them to last another 20,000 kilometers to get them off of the warranty. So what they're doing is, I don't know if you heard this or not, but what they're doing is that they're changing the oil to make it heavier so the vehicle lasts a little longer. So that's their solution. That's GM. Okay, the V8. Not the V6, but the V8. So anything you have a V8 in, except for the Corvette. The Corvette, they were like, why did they change it so much with the Corvette? Well, the Corvette's $100,000. That's why. There you go, Jeff. We can't suggest to you. This is educational purposes. That's why I say grab your calculators. We're going to do some math with you, so that you understand what's going on. So if you did the math on 18,817 cryptocurrencies, and they're able to do businesses in at least 5 countries, that's $15,000 they get to write off tax free. I want you to think about that. That's 8 times 3. $8, $24 every day. 60% going towards long-term holding of SHIB. 40% of that is going toward the reduction every 7 days. It doesn't happen right away. The reason why you want to do that for everyone that's paying attention. For the reason why they want to do that is to maximize the burn portion of it. Because if they were doing it daily, what happens is the fees catch up to them. And because it's smaller, because $4.80, you're not gonna buy SHIB with $4.80 unless you're doing the Shibarium, unless you're going on the Shibarium network, because you're able to do it for less than a cent. Okay, if you're doing it on Robinhood, is less than 5 cents. If you're doing it on, oh, what was the other one that was really good? Not CoinDesk. There's another one that's cents per day, like cents, literally just 2 or 3 cents per transaction. So if you're to purchase SHIB, then burn it, 2 or 3 cents isn't going to kill you. But of course, if it's $3.20, you're going to wait. So 7 days, 10 days, 7 days is recommended, because $3 times 7 is going to roughly around 25 bucks. That's worth it. Every 7 days. It happens at midnight on Saturday. There you go. So you figure that out. How much burns is that? The whole thing's a write-off anyway, so they don't care, right? All the corporations around the world, $3,000 every year they're given, so $8 every single day. They get to write that off every quarter against their taxes. So they get their taxes back, and they get that money back that they've already spent. So it's zero risk to them. That's why I kept telling everybody that they didn't understand this concept. You're getting paid to reduce the circulating supply of SHIB. Think about it. You're getting paid to make money. You're actually printing your own money. I told everybody about this months ago. Corporations need to pay attention, because this is where the the fork hits the road, right? You start to see the patterns, because once everyone starts to catch on to it, they're going to get paid to make money. Every single company in the world is going to take advantage of this, because every one of them make money reducing the circulating supply. So you're like printing your own money. Who doesn't like printing their own money? Every time you reduce the circulating supply, that's exactly what they're doing. They're printing their own money. So exponentially, the more you reduce, the faster you grow. No brainer, right? Everybody in the world should be catching on to this. Everybody in the world should need this, right? Because how many people like losing money? None of us like losing money. Right now, we're losing money in SHIB. We're losing money in the cryptocurrency, period. Why? Because of organizations, of whales not understanding what's going on. No, they understand exactly what's going on. I'm taking profit. I'm going to be putting it in Ethereum. I'm going to let Ethereum run to $15,000, $16,000, and we're going to start dumping it and putting it into Solana, putting it into ADA, putting it into XRP, putting it into all these altcoins underneath Polygon. And then it's going to be fed into these meme coins. But with SHIB, it should be following its own suit, where organizations are starting to say, hey, wait a second, I get to write off $3,000 a year. I'm going to make how much money? Everyone do the calculations? I'm going to tell you right now, okay? So every quarter, they're going to make roughly around $40,000 every 3 months. So no, it's more than that, because it's 200. What was it? 249,000. Hold on to your bobby socks. It was high, and that's only one country. Now the multiple countries, 5 times that. So that's over $1 million every year. Over $1 million made at zero cost to them. Zero cost to the organizations. So think about that for a second. I'm going to get paid over $1 million at zero risk to me. I need to deal with more countries. I get to write off $3,000 if I deal with another 5 countries. That's 10 countries. That means I'm making $2 million a year. Oh, what happens if I do with 20 countries? Then I get to make $4 million a year, just at zero risk to myself. So for every cryptocurrency that's out there, how much money is that? 4 million for 20 countries. 10, right? 20 countries worldwide. Over $4 million in revenue generated. Guess what's going to happen the year after that? If I'm making that kind of money, 4 million is going to turn into 24 million. I only have to do one thing: increase the amount that I'm burning, increase the amount that I'm holding, increase the amount that I'm burning. 60-40 split. And I don't care if I get to write that off or not. It doesn't matter, because now I'm making astronomical amount of money. I still get to write that $30,000 off per. Now I get to write off a certain percentage of it off. How much of it can I write off? The whole amount that you're burned, you can write off in every country, because it's capital loss. 100% capital loss. You get to write that off against your capital gains. Capital gains, unfortunately, in the United States is only 23% that you get to write off. But you get to write off the whole thing against your capital gain. So then you only pay taxes on the amount that you've made with the reduction that you've just taken in, plus the $3,000 that you already used. So now you're able to astronomically make even more money. Now, how many of those organizations are going to catch on to this once they start all taking advantage of it? Every single one of them. There's over 10 million organizations throughout the world, including fast food. And if you want the tax codes, got the tax codes for you. If you want the tax codes, let me know. There you go, Jay. SHIB is dead. Okay, Jay. How can I prove you wrong? Wake up. Jay. You like XRP? I understand XRP is good. It's a cryptocurrency. It's an altcoin. Are they reducing the circulating supply? Can you reduce the circulating supply, Jay, of XRP? Can you personally execute a plan to reduce XRP's circulating supply? Straight up question. Did you know that 48% of the entire XRP is held by Ripple? Did you know that? Did you also know that the CEO, CFO, the board of directors of XRP have not disclosed how much XRP they own? Voo, Chad. There you go. Ooh, there we go. Gotta be careful with language, Jay. Gonna get yourself signaled out. But can you reduce the circulating supply, Jay, of XRP? That's my question to you. Can you do it? How do they reduce the circulating supply, Jay? I know you're very passionate about XRP. I understand that. I'm just trying to ask you a simple question. Can you reduce any of the circulating supply, Jay? It's a simple question, Jay. Because you believe SHIB is dead. Right? I'm trying to teach everybody about SHIB. Do you know how the ETFs work, Jay? Okay, so first of all, Jay, the only ones that can burn XRP are the CEO. And they burn it based on the amount of volume traded on their exchange. Okay, so traded on their exchange, not anywhere else. So it's through their exchange that they burn their XRP on every transaction that happens. That's right. So it's not you or anyone else can burn it. SHIB, anyone from anywhere at any time throughout the entire world can reduce SHIB. You agree with that? Anyone, anywhere can burn SHIB. SHIB has zero governance. It doesn't have a CFO. It doesn't have a CEO. It doesn't have any wages whatsoever to distribute. There's no mistakes in SHIB. XRP is run by a board of directors. Everybody has to get paid. It's a financial institution. Yeah, XRP has connections to US and China. Most cryptocurrencies have access to US, China, Europe, Africa. Every continent basically on the planet uses cryptocurrency at some capacity, in some capacity. Thanks, Jay. I'm just trying to educate you, my friend. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to educate you and then ask you why you believe in XRP so much. Last warning, Jay. Ryan, yeah, welcome to the bear market, boys. Well, it's turning into one, and fear feeds on more fear. That's the truth of it. Shorting it started it, and then the collapse thereafter, and watch it take hold. Yeah, so you gotta be careful, Jay, with your wording. Just so you know, it's a safe space, right? We want to be appreciative of what we're talking about and be very respectful at the same time. Thanks, Abby. Exactly. Everything's going to collapse. Nice. Ryan, I don't know about you, but I keep hearing this all the time. But the way it works is Bitcoin has its run, then it has a dive, and then everything else goes up. And the amount of time that it goes up is very, very short. Oh, Motor, talk about the ETF. So SHIB right now is in Switzerland on a spot ETF that's traded in Europe. So there you go. There is for the SHIB Army. But the problem is this. How much is allocated? Just like the ETF for XRP, there's only a certain amount that's put aside for the ETF. And just have one guess, Jay. Have one guess who put that money into work for the ETF. Just who? You got it. Ripple. How much did they put in there? We don't know. But they put a lot of their own holdings into the ETF so they could trade those ETFs at a higher price. Good job, right? So the rest of the ETF has nothing to do with the holders. You got that, Jay? So they boycotted you, and that's why XRP is what? Trading lower. Because Ripple takes advantage of the ETF. The reason why he's lying is because he either shorting the market or he's accumulating and he wants a lower price. It's two reasons, Jay, and both of them are negative. He's trying to get it so that he buys in at a lower price. Everyone that's taking advantage right now is buying it at a lower price because they can. People are willing to I kept telling this, Mickey Mantle cards, when they started Mickey Mantle cards, and this is why it's very important for everybody to understand the scenario of Mickey Mantle. Mickey Mantle cards only came out, and there's about 300, between 170,000 cards to 250,000 cards just in the United States of America. They all came out at 5 cents a card. Joey's in the house. Best love show to Joey. Don't sell. Jay, this isn't the XRP TV broadcasting network. This is the SHIB TV broadcasting network, Jay. Nobody here that comes in here and talks about XRP has anything to worry about with anyone selling or buying XRP. Sorry, but that's just the rule of thumb, right? We do talk about other cryptocurrencies. We love all the cryptocurrencies. We just want you to understand the basics of those cryptocurrencies. Massive shout out to Joey. And how are you, Joey? It's good to see you, my friend. A long time no here. So Joey's in Europe, Jay. So just so in case you didn't know, it's been a couple of days. It's been a few days anyway. Nobody's happy losing money. Nobody. I don't care who you are. SHIB goes down. Everybody's miserable, right? We're all happy that we can buy more for a lot less. Absolutely. I'm accumulating more tomorrow for all those that care. Ryan, you smell. Jay. It's great. You're at SHIB. There you go. Abby. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'd love to be in Spain, but that's beside the point. Go through France. Go through all the major countries, right? Love to check out... where was the place? William Wallace. Go to Scotland. In Windsor. Windsor, Ontario? Old Windsor. Oh, the UK. Well, it's boring because it's cold. It's getting colder in Edmonton. We had some wind the other day, and we all got headaches because of the Chinooks. So if you love Calgary and you hate weather, come to Calgary. You'll have headaches, bloody noses, because it's so dry and it's so windy. When we get a wind, it's a warm wind from the west and get these huge Chinook arches. Everybody loves the Chinook arches, right? It warms everything up to about 2 to 3 degrees, but it's got a 30 to 40 gusting winds, which everybody loves so much. That's right. Treat it like a lottery ticket. We don't know if it's going up or down, but it's better safe than sorry, right? So the only reason why you do that is because it's so volatile and it can go down. Yes, it can. We're trying to give everybody a heads up following the AI simulations so they can start focusing on where SHIB is going and how it's going to get there. Abby, they don't hate it. They're just jealous. You know, at 55 years of age, I got a full head of hair. It upsets my bosses, too, at work. Fans lose my money. Lose your money. SHIB fans lose their money. Jay, everyone right now is losing their money in cryptocurrency. It doesn't matter who you are or what you're doing. If you're in cryptocurrency right now, majority of you, like 90% of you, are losing money. So I don't know where that's coming from. Joey, yes, I'm leaving Alberta, but it's going to be getting ready to retire. So within the next couple of years, if SHIB starts taking off this year, though, and hits 37 cents to $37, I think we're all going to be very, very happy and very, 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 very rich. And then using your SHIB like a bank and loaning it out to banking institutions for mortgages, corporate loans, any number of things that you're going to be able to do, and be able to travel free of charge. It costs you nothing to travel at that point because you're using someone else's currency besides SHIB's currency to travel. There you go, Abby. Cha-ching! Oh, Joey, thanks. My son's doing good. He still has his moments. It's like most kids. But with Aiden, he's autistic. Thanks for pointing that out, Joey. So he has mood swings, massive mood swings, more than someone who has their period. They absolutely lose it. And I do mean that in the sense of the word. He just has a meltdown. And it's very hard to get a control of him once he does. So we try and stay away from hooks. So anything that hooks him, we try and get him back before those things take place. Oh, please move to Norway. Is Norway, how cheap is Norway, Joey? Or is it expensive? Ryan, yes. Enjoy. Peeps, don't listen to the XRP. All that. Wait. Forget about Shiba. Interesting. Well, Shiba is the only, I'm going to say this again, Jay. SHIB is the only currency that anybody from anywhere around the world can reduce it. $3,000 is what is given to every single corporation around the world in every country that they're able to reduce as a donation. So think about this for a second. 60-40 split. 60% holding in SHIB, 40% being reduced in SHIB. 18,817 cryptocurrencies around the world, including XRP, buying into SHIB. And they get to write that off in every country they do business with. XRP is doing how much business in how many countries? And how much money they're going to make? If it's 20 countries, that's $4 million a year they're going to make. Jay, you listening? You paying attention? $4 million a year. 20 countries. Now they deal with 60 countries. How much money are they going to make? $1 million? $2 million? More? $4 million more? How many more? XRP's in how many countries, Jay? How many countries is XRP in? It's more than 10 countries that XRP's in. They pride themselves in Japan. They pride themselves in China. They pride themselves in Kazakhstan. They pride themselves in Germany. They pride themselves in Italy. They pride themselves in France, Spain. You know what I'm saying, Jay? No, Joey, I'm not angry. I'm just trying to make a point, right? Just trying to make a point. Every cryptocurrency gets $3,000 they can write off. 60%, think about this, 60% going towards the holding of SHIB, 40% going towards the reduction of SHIB. Now, why would they do that? Why would any of them do this? Because it makes them money. It makes them all money. And what's the risk tolerance, Jay? 0. $3,000 they get to write off. They call it goodwill. The UK, 100% write-off. Germany, 100% write-off. Italy, 100% write-off. Kazakhstan, 100% write-off. Greece, 100% write-off. You see where I'm going with this, Jay? Do you see where I'm going with this for the rest of you? Do you understand where this is going? Just XRP. Just one cryptocurrency. XRP. Because everybody, Jay wants to talk about XRP. We'll talk about XRP. Just XRP. 3,000. Think about it. 3,000. 20 different countries. That's $60,000. 40% going towards reducing SHIB. 60% holding SHIB. How much money are they making? $6 million a year. Zero cost. Jay, zero cost to them. Who doesn't want to take part in that? Name one company that doesn't want to take part in zero risk to them. 18,817 cryptocurrencies right now. That's over $18 billion investment if they deal in 10 countries. $18 billion a year in total that they make. It's over that, but we won't talk about it. No, that's okay, Joey. He doesn't have a clue. I'm trying to teach him, but he doesn't want to listen. Car washer. NVIDIA, hold or bust. So if I were you, pick a different AI. One that's on the low end. And right now what you want to do is you want to wait and hold. And buy up some puts. So put options, anyone know what put options are? It's the fear of you're putting insurance on your investment is basically what it is. So you're saying that, listen, I believe it's going to go down, but I want to hold my position at the price that it is. So that's basically what it is. You're buying insurance for that asset class. Now, because that asset class is overextenuated, there's more risk associated with it. So you have to pay more for it. Does that make sense? Car wash, you understand that? So that's how you save your investment. Now, if it goes higher, you get out of it. You pay the penalty, you get out of it. And you can always go buy more puts as it goes lower. It's your insurance, so you're paying for that insurance. So just in case it drops 20, 30%, you're okay. Drops 50%, 60%, you're making lots of money. Because you're able to sell it at the price that you put that security at. So if that security is at $700 and it drops to $500, that's a huge mark, right? 25% of your investment is safe. So then you can sell the put and buy it back at that $500 level that you want to buy it at. And if you feel that the market's trending downward, you could put a put option again. But now this time it's going to cost you double to put that put option in. And the reason for that is because the volatility is too high. And it took a huge dip. Okay. Now, NVIDIA, if they were to start buying SHIB, all bets are off. Right? You would buy it, hold it, and make call options. Put call options in. And that goes for anything. Once they start buying SHIB and start reducing it, it's everybody is going to make money in it. Like I said to everybody before, it's like printing your own money. It's basically exactly what it is. And if someone says that SHIB is dead, that's a laugh, because I want you to think about it. It's zero risk to their organization. Zero. And like I said, anyone can reduce SHIB throughout the entire world. The fact that it hasn't caught on yet should make you jumpy, because once they do, it's going to go like gangbusters. Instantly throughout the entire world. It's going to have the same effect on everybody. Okay, yeah, so we were talking about this before. Over the quarter, we were talking about the burns. Over 60 billion burns per month. So you think about it, 60 billion next month, 120 billion next month. It's going to exponentially take advantage of it, because now what's going to happen is, oh, I'm able to claim the $3,000 in every country I do business in. So it's only a matter of time before they start figuring this out, and therefore they're going to increase it throughout. Vladimir, it's the guy who stole the church donations money, y'all. Well, okay, the goodwill from corporations. Most corporations don't give $3,000 a year to the church, and they don't write off as goodwill. So they write it off under donations, and it's usually in the tens of thousands, not 3,000. And they don't write off under goodwill. They write it off under donations. So they get to claim 60 to 70%, depending on how much money they give to the church. So no, it does not affect the church. Right, Vladimir? So not to worry, Vladimir, if the church is getting the donations or not. That's right, Ballcap. SHIB started off at 10 zeros. That is absolutely correct. Vitalik Buterin changed SHIB from a meme to a digital currency. So it lost its meme status a long time ago. Long time ago. When the earth was flat, no one knew. Can we split the donos? Vladimir. Yeah, so don't worry about the churches, Vladimir. We got you covered. SHIB started at like 10 zeros. That's right. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel when you have a chance. I just wanted to share that information with you. It doesn't change anything on the crypto markets, but I'm hoping that the simulations start taking a hold, and I'm hoping that everyone here is starting to do their own simulations, asking AI exactly how SHIB can make the money, or how SHIB is going to start reducing its circulating supply with the $3,000 in goodwill donations from around the world. And you can ask AI right now, is it a 100% write-off? The first thing is, yes, it is. In 99.9% of all the countries around the world. So I want you to think about that for a second. 18,817 cryptocurrencies. If all of them took advantage of it, at zero risk to themselves. Think about it, zero risk. They're getting paid to reduce the circulating supply and hold SHIB at the same time. So that's fantastic, right? That alone is fantastic news. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. And of course, this is Will, your host of the SHIB TV Livestream Broadcasting Network. And we do cover the 50-50 raffle. So if anyone is curious about the 50-50 raffle, everyone wins in this raffle. So it's not gambling. If there was losers, it would be called gambling. But with the 50-50 raffle, there is no way in tarnation you can lose. Everybody wins. 50% goes towards the winner in SHIB. The other 50% goes towards the reduction of SHIB. So who loses? None of you who are invested in SHIB. That's a fact. So it's not gambling. So it can't be looked upon as gambling. And it's all paid out in SHIB. We can't pay it out in Ethereum. We can't pay it out in Bitcoin. We can't pay it out in gold. We have to keep it SHIB. Why? Zero governance, people. Zero governance. If we transfer it over to a different cryptocurrency, we have to ask permission to transfer it over to that organization. And most organizations don't like the fact, because they go, oh, it's a 50-50 raffle. They don't like it. As soon as you mention 50-50 raffle, they hate it. Why? Gambling. That's the first thing that comes across their mind. Gambling. English or Spanish? Sí, señor. Elvin. You got to look at this and say when. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. How is it inevitable? Think about it. Zero risk to corporations to invest $3,000 per year. That's $8 a day. If you do the 60-40 split, $4.80 goes towards the holding of it. $3.20 goes to reducing it. Now, why would they reduce it? Everybody, why would any corporation want to reduce the circulating supply? Well, one, it costs them nothing to do it. Two, it guarantees them earnings when they do it. John Dutch. Master Love Show to Don Dutch. Gilbert Roy. That's nice. Too much information. Gilbert. So Master Love Show to everybody. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to get into John 3:16. We have to call it night, guys. John 3:16, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son as a way to save the world, not condemn it. So please understand that, right? I know Joey doesn't believe in Jesus, but that's okay, Joey. I love you anyway. We love everybody here. We love everybody who comes in. Treat everybody with respect when you come in, and be courtesy of the people who do come in. And a lot of people don't understand this, but so Monster Freak. I'm just going to call you Monster. Monster. We can't tell you what to buy. I don't know your financial situation. The only thing I can do is try and educate you into the right choice for yourself. Right? Power to the people. Your choice. Ultimately, it's your choice. I'm just trying to guide you into the best way that you can invest for yourself. Get as much information as possible. SHIB over Doge. Doge mints money. That's how they pay the people who stake it, is through minting it. So what happens when you print too much money, or you just print money? What happens when you print money? It devalues the rest of the currency that you're in. SHIB is reducing its circulating supply, constantly adding value to every single wallet holder as they reduce the circulating supply. Do you get that? Please say yes. Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh, yeah. Gonna make me laugh. Wanted to get away from that and get into John 3:16. God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son as the Lamb of God who take away the sins of the world. He didn't come here to condemn the world. He came here to save the world. Right? That's what Jesus came here to do. He sacrificed himself on the cross so that you would have eternal life in heaven. So you possibly could have eternal life in heaven. All you had to do is ask Jesus Christ to forgive you of your sins. Jesus Christ, I'm a sinner. Please forgive me of my sin. Your personal relationship with your Lord Jesus Christ comes the moment you make that commitment, saying that you take Jesus Christ into your Lord and Savior. And then you realize that you are the lamb, okay? That you're the sheep, that Jesus Christ is your shepherd. So from that day forward, you understand exactly your place in this world as a sheep, so that you're constantly asking Jesus, which direction should I go? And that's when the doors open and the windows and all those answers that you've always wanted come to fruition through the word of our Lord Jesus Christ. So where can you find the word? In the Bible. Where can you find the Bible? Christianity stores, even online, the Messianic Bible, King James Version Bible. All these Bibles are around you, and basically they say the exact same thing. Jesus Christ came. Jesus Christ died for you. And Jesus Christ did a bunch of parables, healed a bunch of people, did a bunch of miracles, fed 5,000 people, carried on the message to the rest of the world, saying, listen, stop thinking about others. Start thinking about yourself and your personal relationship with me. That's it. So you want salvation? There's your salvation. Asking Jesus Christ to come into your life, that I'm a sinner, and trust me, everybody's sinned. Okay? When the whore was about to be stoned to death, what did Jesus say? He who is without sin, cast the first stone. None of them cast a stone. Why? They all had sinned. Every single one of them had sin. None of them were without sin. Jesus cast the first stone. What did he do? Threw it on the ground. What did he say to Magdalene? He said, go forth and sin no more. I have forgiven you. Jesus Christ said that to her. God said that to her that day. Isn't it amazing? He didn't come here to condemn us. He came in here to save us from ourselves. To be true to us, right? Thank you so much for coming, everybody. God bless each and every one of you. Take the time and the patience. Bless your neighbors. As bad as they are, people that cut you off today, I know you've said a few words. We all have. But we love them. And if it makes us slow down so that we don't get into an accident, hey, blessings, right? Blessings all around. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming in and sharing tonight. And I just wanted to share that with you. I thought that was very powerful and informational for every single one of you. So if you haven't had the chance, make sure you share that with everybody that you know, so that they can start, if they're a corporation, they can start making money tomorrow. Bottom line. So thank you so much for coming in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from where you are in the world. We're going to rock you out. There you go. Lost view type. Everybody talks about a haircut. Holy hair's cut. Holy smokish. It's no smoking. So told. That's right. That's right. It's exactly what he said. Go forth and sin no more. And that goes for every single one of us that come to the Lord Jesus Christ. Go forth and sin no more. Be honest and true to yourself. Thanks be to Lord Jesus Christ. God bless you all. Take good care and have a great and wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Joey, you need to get some sleep, buddy. It's that time, isn't it? Or are you up now getting ready for work? Yes, no, shit. Yes, no, sin no more. There you go. God bless you. Take good care of you and each other. Have a blessed day.